let's talk about the Secret Service issue at hand then, and the context there. Does this kind of Secret Service protection what does it usually entail? And can you think of a reason why RFK Jr. would be denied at this point?
Well, good afternoon again. And as we heard from your colleague, traditionally and statutorily, the Secret Service protection of major presidential and vice presidential candidates would take place 120 days prior to the election. In this time, in this age, when there are social media threats and all sorts of other ways for people to make threats against candidates that we didn't have in years gone by, many times protection is afforded prior to that 120-day mark. I would note that candidate Obama, in May of 2007, based upon threats on his life, was provided protection, which was 18 months prior to the election of November of 2008. So there is precedent here. The Secretary of Homeland Security has obviously made a decision here. Again, the comment that I've been making on a lot of the appearances I've been making on your station is optics. The optics of this certainly don't look very good coming out of the White House, especially since Mr. Kennedy's uncle was assassinated in 1963, and his father was assassinated in 1968, which was the impetus for the Secret Service being tasked with protecting presidential candidates.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because, we hear RFK Jr. directly invoking his father. You mentioned assassinated on the campaign trail in 68. What is your response to this? Does this make this more of a case?
Well, I think the Kennedy name has unfortunately held a little bit of a curse over the years. He is very out there in the media and is very involved in controversial statements, if you will, or some people perceiving him as controversial. So this does draw some type of threats and different situations which could allow him the need for some protection. It certainly wouldn't look good if he was not afforded protection and God forbid something happened to him in the next couple of weeks. That certainly is just not what we're looking for here. Again, I would note that this is not a decision by the Secret Service. This is a decision made by the Secretary of Homeland Security, Mr. Mayorkas, as well as those the advisory group that he's able to assemble to make these decisions.
Bottom line, if you were in charge of making this decision, do you think that RFK Jr. should have Secret Service protection at this point?
If there is intelligence out there that says that he could be the recipient of threats and/or harm, certainly the situation would involve getting him some type of protection. Some of the other candidates already have the ability to get protection from other agencies. Governor DeSantis has Florida Highway Patrol or state police. Senator Scott has the ability to get Capitol Police should there be situations going on with his campaign. So, there really is some precedent here for past protection provisions should there be threats or intelligence out there that would be leaning towards Mr. Kennedy.
Okay. Robert, again, thank you for the clarification earlier, and thank you for the context that you did add and provide today. Robert McDonald, appreciate your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.